Okay everyone, so I'm back and I'm going to show you some things that I'm going to be doing. So what I'm going to do is have the camera angle onto here. I'm going to need to bend this down some more. So as you can tell, I have some stuff there and I have sage. So what I'm going to do is clean them up. Oop. Okay, so here I have just a little tap of water, 2 washcloths, Mr. Clean. I already cleaned this sage up, so she's already clean. But she's going to be my... I know she's clean, but I like to keep them just a little bit more cleaner. Because sometimes you have to do that. And I do not use a lot of water. This right here lasted me for a while. This is from my reptiles. I have 2 small lizards. And what I do is that I just a little bit of water. But I buy it by the gallon because it's cheaper that way. And it has to be... Can you read that? It's got to be that. So yes, it has to be drinking water, but it has to be purified water, not just from the water from the sink. So this is what I have here. It's cheaper that way, so I can buy it by the gallon, but I save it. What I do is I pour this into a spray bottle, so I can mist them and stuff. So what I'm going to do first is remove her shoes. Remove her pants. This outfit here is brand new. Just want to throw that out there. But this outfit here is brand new. Okay. I just want to read the tag. So yes, these have, let me get that string off there. So yes, this has pockets. No pockets in the back though, but it does say American Girl there as a logo. As if you bought a pair of pants, you know, it has the brand name. So yeah. And we'll take this outfit off of her. If the hair does get caught in the Velcro, never pull. Work with it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. So there's that. I'm just checking her out, like her strings and all. I'm just checking everything out. So I'm going to slightly move her hair out of the way. Slightly. So I'm draining some water out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a towel around her waist. Put that off of her. And what I do for my doll is I dab. And then I take the dry rag, gently just go over. Dab, dab, dab. And that's how I clean my dolls. Everybody's got their own method. Just depends on what method you want to use. And then her face is coming clean. So I have her on my lap right now because I'm trying to get some little things off of her, off her forehead. Just make her look all good and clean. If you're young, please do not use the method for Mr. Clean unless you're old enough at the age. I always ask for parents' help. So don't just think, oh, I know what I'm doing with my doll. I'm just going to go ahead and clean her the way you see it on YouTube. Or that you see it on the internet. No, always ask for parents' help. Or you should always ask for parents' help. Oh, get out of your hair got in the way. Right when I was doing something, her hair got right in the way. Ah, it happens though. And I could always refix her hair too. And let's just say you have to get on the eyeball. I'm going to show you how to do that. So I would take my fingers, hold it, what would I just do with it? Oh, there it is. Do not, and I repeat, do not get water in the eye. What I just did was, I'm doing one eye at a time. And I'm holding it open. Now this right here is barely wet. I mean, literally barely wet. What I'm doing is I'm dabbing, but I'm drying it off with a dry cloth. So do not ever get water in their eye. Never, never, never. This right here is pretty much dry at this side, the one that I just used. I don't ever let the vinyl get soaked in water anyway. It's just enough just to get my slate clean. If I do need more water, I just squeeze all the water that I possibly can out of it. So see, it's all just barely wet. And I don't dip the whole thing in the water either. I dry it off with a towel. I should say with a rag, but usually I have the bigger towels too. So I work in sections. So after I get done with one side, then I work on the other side. So right now I'm working in the back of her hand. Fingers. Yes, I did it with my other one. And I hope everybody's having a good New Year so far. So I'm just working in sections. Just want to make sure she gets good scrub down. Okay. So she got good scrub down on that side. And then the marking that was right here by her eyebrow, it's gone. And before you do this method, make sure your doll doesn't have any clothing on it. And don't ever get the body soaked in water either. That's just I'm working in sections. So just work in sections and take your time. So just take your time, gently clean. Okay, now we're going to work a little bit on the legs. Work in sections, dry it off. See, I have experience, so I know what to do, but otherwise, if you wasn't, you want to keep the cloth body covered. As so. And then you just work until you get it dried. So, if I was a young girl, I would always ask for parents' help. But if you want to do it on your own, I would keep the body covered. Don't ever get the one that you're using wet. Use the one that you're drying off with wet. And if you have to, take 2 towels and put a medium-sized rubber band, like the medium size, and wrap the towel around so that way you know you won't get your dolly wet. Because you don't ever want to get the cloth body wet. Look at that. Look how much dirt I just took off the doll. That's just dirt. So if it gets this dirty, use a clean one. Dip it in water. Drain. Drain, drain, drain. And we start again. This is just the dirt part that is actually really coming off her leg. I kid you not. I know that sounds terrible, but I'm just working in sections and just taking my time cleaning it. Sometimes you have to go in the same sections a couple times. But if you have to, that's fine. Just keep going. Just take your time. Take the dry one. Dry her leg. See, I have an experience, so I know how to do this. Because I have plenty of experience, so. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer, too, to clean a doll. Depends on how dirty she is. Now, if your doll is not too dirty, but you just want to do like a spot cleaning, you can still do this method, too. It just gives your doll like a little freshen up. Because I've seen dolls dirtier than this one. Compared to what I've seen, she's very clean. Yes, I buy some of my dolls used, which I've done that in the past. My worst one I've seen would probably be possibly Lindsay. Yeah, I think Lindsay was my worst that I've seen. Lindsay needed a whole lot of help when I got her. I think that's the most I have ever seen that was so bad. Lindsay needed everything clean and scrubbed down. Like, it took me, I don't know, not no spot clean, that's for sure. I probably used maybe 3 of the magic erasers on her. That was crazy. Sage's pretty clean though, but I just like to do a spot clean. Meaning just making sure she has nothing on her. Just clean her up. And if you need to get like high up in the leg, don't be afraid to. Just take your time, scrub it up there. But also dry it off too, as you go. This is just the way I clean my dolls. Everybody's got their different method. So just do the method that you want to do. Okay, and then since that leg right there is pretty rough, I'm going to work on this leg again, just to make sure I got it all cleaned up the way I want it to be. And if your dolly has shine marks, magic eraser with rubbing a few times will actually get all that off. I kid you not, it actually would. Oh my gosh, her legs are coming out so clean. Her legs are coming out so clean. could tell a huge difference by me cleaning her legs and her arms. They don't have that dingy dirt look because they just need to be cleaned up just a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to have her kind of be on her side because I see a few shiny marks back here. So now I have this little block. So I'm just going to dip that in water. Squeeze out the water. Look how much water I still have in there though. It's just still very little. See? That's all the water I need. So now I'm working back on the leg. Shiny mark is gone. That was back of her leg. So yeah, you just want to work in sections. That's all you want to do. Just work in sections. Making sure she doesn't tip water over. 'Cause that would not be fun. So now I'm just working back of her. Make sure I get the creases. Take the dry cloth. Just go over her. And let's just say you did clean your doll, but you don't want her to get too dirty. Just lay her like this then. Just go like this. If she can hold her balance. And just like kind of like sort of hold her up. And just take a dry cloth and just dry her off. You could use 3 towels, one to cover her body with, and one to dry it off. But I have plenty of experiences, so I'm not going to really be able to need to do that. Now, her neck. If you're going up here, which I am, and I plan on it, what I do is I see where all her hair is at. This is just some loose hairs that's cotton, which I was not told that, but that's okay. But I'm going to hold her position up like this. Okay. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Hold on. I'm going to have her position up like that. Neck string out of the way. Her hair up like this. Okay. Alright. Again, barely wet. If you do need this a little bit wet, just take the little side, wet it just very, very little. And then just gently go over the spot that you need to be clean. Take the dry one and just go over her. Yes, I'm going on her, up around her neck, but I'm doing it in sections. So I want to show you how I clean my dolls. If the hair is in the way, and especially in the way of the earring, just hold it up. First get it out of the way, and then just gently go through it. Take the dry cloth. Brush rags are better though, especially if they're white. They work better. That way you know you're not staining your doll. There it is. Lost it. Oh yeah, now she's all nice and clean.